What's happening, people? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. It finished Chelsea 4, Leicester 2 in another crazy game at the Bridge. But the Blues are going back to Wembley, booked their place in the FA Cup semi-final. Last minute winner from Carney Chukwuemeka, and then Noni Madueke with a worldie made sure that extra time definitely wasn't going to happen. Another one of those games. Another one of those games where, yes, we're through and that's all that matters, but there were a lot of things that weren't good. Almost a carbon copy of the Leeds game. We get ahead. We're 2-0 up at half time, and then second half we come out and we're an absolute joke. A ridiculous own goal from Disasi, and then you can see Leicester are coming back into the game, and we do nothing about it. We don't react. Poch does nothing, and they get themselves back into it, and maybe a slightly fortuitous red card for us, and that almost saves us, because up until that point, Leicester were miles better side than us, and we've been playing a decent team today. A better team in terms of Premier League side, potentially, we would have lost that game. We can't keep getting away. This football is not sustainable. That's in the last 4 games now. We've conceded 2 goals against Brentford. We conceded 2 against Newcastle, 2 against Leeds, and 2 again today. We can't keep letting in this many goals and outscoring the opposition. You can get away with it in a few games. You're not going to get away with it on a consistent basis. We have to tighten up defensively. It's as simple as that. We are an absolute shambles at the back. Going forward, we score goals. That's one thing this season that we have improved upon. We're scoring a lot more goals this season, but defensively, we've got a lot worse than we were last season. There's no denying it. I mean, if we strip it back to the start, starting lineup, didn't have that many issues with it. Enzo Fernandez suspended, obviously Conor Gallagher in the pivot, Mudryk in the 10. I would have started Madueke instead of Sterling, and we'll get onto him shortly. But otherwise, there wasn't, like, with what we've got available, that was pretty much the team to go with. I thought we started the game reasonably well. Again, Robert Sanchez, again today, shocking. He's so nervous. You feel so nervous when he's on the ball. When Petrovic is playing, you don't get that sense of nervousness. We're not fucking about with it at the back. Defenders aren't looking nervous. I don't think the defenders trust Sanchez. I don't think the confidence is there when he's behind the back line. And he was dreadful today. And you talk about experienced players, right? The 2 oldest players on the pitch today were the 2 shittest, Sterling and Sanchez for us. The 2 shittest, and they were the oldest ones out on the pitch. It just goes to show Chelsea doesn't need more experience. We need more leaders. Where are the leaders today? 0 leaders. And that was highlighted perfectly by the penalty debacle, because apparently there's not even a designated penalty taker. It's Palmer, Enzo, and Sterling share duties. That in itself is a major problem. If you're a designated penalty taker, he takes the penalties. Simple as that. But then get a situation where suddenly Sterling fancies it. Why does he fancy it? Palmer scored 5 goals, 5 penalties this season, all his penalties. Why is he not pulling rank and saying, yeah, I'm taking it. I've scored all my penalties. I'm in great form. I'm having it. You're not having it. So we don't have that situation occur. Sterling is ego getting in the way, thinking he's doing some sort of leadership nonsense when he absolutely isn't. Where's the captain? Where's Gallagher saying, no, Palmer's taking it? If JT's on the pitch, there's no way Sterling takes that penalty. Where the manager as well at the side, why is he not demanding that Palmer takes the penalty? A whole catalogue of errors. No leadership from the captain, no leadership on the pitch from any of the players, and no fucking leadership from the manager on the sidelines either. And then if you're going to do something like that as Sterling, as a senior pro, you bloody well make sure you don't miss it. And it was an absolutely pathetic penalty from him. And it was a shambolic performance from him. Genuinely, the worst individual performance I think I've ever seen from a player. Absolutely disgraceful today. Lazy, doesn't track back, lack of effort. 4 things he did wrong. The free kick, worst free kick I've ever seen. Sent that to Craven Cottage, probably made it 4-0 to fucking Fulham with that free kick. Missed a clean through on goal, missed it in the first half, got in the way of Mudryk's shot. That free kick, as I said, I think there was something else as well. Free kick, got in the way of Mudryk's shot, the finish. Yeah, there would have been something else, but he was absolutely awful. I don't want to hear people saying, oh yeah, but you got an assist. Use your eyes. Your eyes don't lie. He was dreadful today. Worst player on the pitch across both teams. I don't want to see him play again. Him and Sanchez should be shipped off to Saudi first thing tomorrow morning. They are both absolutely atrocious. But, we somehow find ourselves 2-0 up at halftime. Cole Palmer again. I mean, what a player he is. What a player. Another goal today, another assist. The assist for Chukwuemeka's winner, by the way, is sensational. The composure, the back heel flick exactly into his path, and it's a great finish from Carney. And then Madueke's strike top bins is phenomenal, deep into stoppage time. But let's be perfectly honest, yes, we're through and we're delighted to be back at Wembley. Of course we are as fans. That's, those are the days out you look forward to. But a lot of things concerning, again, defensively, not good enough. Yes, Cucurella gets a goal today. I was pleased with him. Thought he had another good performance. First goal. Jackson did really well for that first goal. He's maturing as a player. Decision-making is getting better. Nice run. Great ball across. And obviously he's there. Cucurella, is there to tap it in. But again, why have we come out second half and we're just fallen apart? Again, simple as that. A stupid own goal. Don't know how that's gone in. And then Mavadidi, I think his name, sorry. It goes, he does a great shot and it's in, but that was coming. It was coming. And once again, Pochettino just spends his whole game sat in the fucking dugout. No reactiveness. Nothing proactive, all reactive. Waits till they get back to 2-2 and then decides I'll make some changes. It doesn't make sense. And then, the first sub, Sterling should have been off, and he's not off first. Mudryk was off instead. Ridiculous. And again, the fans, rightfully voicing their frustrations about not knowing what he's doing. Sterling should have been off at half time. That was taking the penalty off the taker and missing. If that was a Mourinho or someone like that, that is an instant sub, because that is a ridiculous thing to be doing, disgraceful thing to be doing. But I get it back to 2-2. We then get the man sent off, Doyle, for a foul on Jackson just outside the box. I thought it was inside, but obviously replays would suggest it was outside. And then obviously that free kick in itself, fuck me, what an absolute shambles. But look, we kept going, we kept plugging away. Once they were down to 10, there was probably that helped us. From that point on, we were the better side for the final 10 minutes and the stoppage time. But again, just we can't keep getting away with this. As I said, it's not sustainable, simply not sustainable. And if we played a better side today, we would have lost, because you can't keep conceding that many goals. You can't keep giving up that many chances. And yeah, I mean, look, delighted for Chukwuemeka. I think he's a really good player. He's not featured enough this season. He's been injured most of the time, but there's a lot that he can offer. 20 years of age. He did really well when he came on. Madueke, again, the talent's there. It's a great finish. Not seeing him getting enough opportunities on the pitch. And you sort of think, what is he doing in training that means that he cannot get ahead of Sterling in this lineup, or anyone in the attacking third can't get ahead of Sterling in the lineup? It's quite remarkable. Sterling has and always will be a volume player. He's not a good finisher, never has been. City was just volume of chances, and eventually he'd tuck one away. And it's the same. It's the same here. If you give him enough chances, you might put one away out of 10. But that's not a good player. That isn't a good player. No, he's just come to Chelsea. This is retirement. He's on 300 bags a week, and he doesn't care. It is so obvious, and he's shocking. And yet Poch picks him every single week and then talks about a meritocracy in selections. Nah, don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit. But we got the job done. A win's a win. But yeah, some concerning things, namely the defending once again. Shocking performance from Sterling. And again, second half, not good. We're in the relegation zone for performances in the second half of games this season. That's not right. Something fundamentally is going wrong. What's being said at halftime? Why are we coming out and there's suddenly such an alarming drop-off in performance? That needs to be addressed, and that needs to be got to the bottom of. But look, today we did enough to win, which is ultimately what it's all about. But yeah, definitely some concerning signs still that need to be addressed, and they just don't look like being sorted out. Poch is just so reactive. Just do something, when a tide is in a game is changing, you need to make a change. Don't wait for the change to happen and then make the subs. So yeah, there's still a lot of room for improvement all round, but we are in a semi-final, and yeah, let's wait and see who we get in the draw. But yeah, another day out to Wembley. 2 matches away now from playing Europa League football next season. It's going to be our best opportunity for sure. Things must improve. Must improve. We've got a couple of weeks off now, international break, then back with Burnley at home. But yeah, another eventful afternoon. Want to see Chukwuemeka and Madueke getting minutes after the break. They deserve them. Sterling doesn't deserve any minutes whatsoever. And yeah, we move on from there. Onwards and upwards, up the Chelsea, and catch you guys in another one soon. Peace out.